them kids. What?
Don't worry. And we're back.
Yes.
Yes! Right.
All right, let's do a quick audio check.
Oh, wait. I got to change the font. Give me 1 sec.
Oh, yeah.
I totally forgot about that. All right. Select font. All right, which one are you picking? Free. Ink free? How's that look? Ah, solid.
That's interesting.
Hey, we're doing one a week. I don't care. We're gonna do one a week or 2 a week, I guess. So, I bet I didn't change it on Tuesday. Now that I'm thinking about it, or not Tuesday, Friday. No, I did. I changed it after Tuesday, right to Friday.
Yeah.
Did you see the LeBron James typo before we get started?
Oh, the mid from Akron.
Just too funny. It's just too funny.
Oh man. Yeah, it's pretty.
All right. Let's ready to get started?
Ready?
All right, so we're starting with the wise picks again. Or should we
Yeah.
start with our teams because we're both miserable? Should we start with us?
We are pretty. I actually have notes on my team.
All right, we'll start with us.
I didn't make sure I got everything down.
We'll get the sadness
I mean,
out of the way.
like we're gonna kill the mood of the podcast, though.
It's either that or we do it at like late.
I don't care. I mean, the picks were bad too.
Yeah, I was gonna say the picks weren't much better. I got what?
Texans was a push, though,
Yeah,
right?
so I got a 1.
So.
And then I got 5, 2, and 1, or 3 and 1. Yeah.
Oh, that's not terrible. I mean, 10-7 and 1 is.
No, yeah. We're still.
Profitable.
We just like perfection. We like perfection. So, all right. Let's start out with the. I don't know. What do you want to do? Wise picks or our team?
Let's do picks first. That's what we usually do.
All right, we'll do that.
And then when we get to it, we get to it.
All right. I think we should get to it right after the picks because we're
okay.
It needs to be happening.
It needs to be said.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to it just to get some. I need to get some things off my chest.
I'm in a cloud right now, so I don't know. I guess I don't even know what I'm gonna say. All right, let's get started. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys Podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
What you guys doing?
Eh.
We're not good.
No.
We're not good at all.
We're going to get to it later, but, you know, it was a tough week for the guys. On a brighter side, I guess this is like, I'll say that for College Corner. Never mind. So, on a brighter side, our Wise picks are still above 500. That's on the bright side.
For the season, not for the
season, not for the week. Yeah, good clarification.
So.
This week, a little tough. Actually, a really tough week. And we had, so what was my first? I had first pick, right? Chiefs, Colts.
Mm-hmm.
So the Chiefs and the Colts,
Gotcha.
They freaking got me. How does that happen? Like, this is.
I forgot to post the
trap
with the
yes every year. Every year we'll wait until I get it because I'll fall for another one. I'll be there.
At least you acknowledge this one. You said it's a trap, and you said you think they're too good for it.
I thought they would be too good for the trap. They are clearly not too good for the trap. I don't know what this was like the first game I realized like, oh, they don't have Tyreek Hill. That's the issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also love the NFL early in the season because your perception about a team changes literally every
week to
week.
week.
After week 1, we're like, all right, well, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. They're going to win the Super Bowl probably. Week 2, it was like, that's still basically the same thing because they beat a Chargers team who we thought was really good. Week 3, they lose to the Colts, who were 0-2, who we thought sucked. And then the Chargers get blown out of the water by Jacksonville. So now their win against the Chargers doesn't look as good. Now we don't know what to think.
My only, like, I still don't understand, like, the capabilities of watching Red Zone and I don't have the 8 box. I'm not watching all 8 of these games at a time. I'm only watching Red Zone and I'm watching the Pats game on my iPad. And when I'm watching Red Zone, it just didn't make any sense on how this game happened. I remember seeing there's a fight going on right at halftime between Eric Bieniemy and Mahomes, and Tony Romo thinks he's a part of it. He just thinks he's a part of the team and is like trying to tell him what's going on. The Chiefs play. They seem like they didn't know how to play, and I'm worried about Clyde.
You should have been worried about Clyde.
Yeah, but he's getting the fantasy points by catches, but this guy has 7 carries for 0 yards. I was looking at the thing. He had like 11 fantasy points, and the thing said -3 yards rushing. I was like, what? What the hell is going on? they don't know, like, Pacheco, that he's nothing. McKinnon, he's 2 yards a carry. Great. Mahomes is the best rusher now. And
Clyde, he's a first-round pick.
I know. LSU, he was part of the Joe Burrow offense. You think it would have been enough, but no, I guess he's a bust, right? Like, we're getting there. We're getting to that point.
No, he's a bust.
Oh, okay.
But they're like the Bills, where they just can't run the ball. They can't do it. Like, they try a little bit, and then pretty early on they realize that they're just not going to be able to. So
they just stopped. They just stopped altogether. Just like, we're just not going to try. And it's okay to not run the ball when you have, Tyreek Hill, but you don't. And you have Juju and Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Clyde, I guess.
Juju had a nice day.
Yeah, Juju did have a nice day. I saw his long run. I was like, Juju. Corvette. Yeah. Like, let's go. let's run it back. The only thing I say is Travis was the best. I always am against him in fantasy football. Like, oh, why bother taking a tight end that early? And then I'm always stuck with, like, Noah Fant or something. That's just some waiver wire pick. And now that every week,
Jonnu Smith.
Yeah, every week I can go to bed just knowing I got Travis Kelce on my team. I never need to worry about a tight end. It is nice.
Yeah. Because the receivers grow on trees.
Yeah. Receivers grow on trees, and running backs are far and few between, and tight ends are just a wasteland.
Yeah.
In fantasy.
A desolate wasteland.
Yeah. So let's give some credit to Matty Ice. I guess.
Yeah, it was a must-win game.
It was a must-win win. They got it. I still think they're kind of done. I think they're kind of garbage.
No, I don't think they're good. I think they're like a 6 or 7 win team.
They have the guys catching these passes. Alex Pierce.
I keep forgetting
Woods.
That they tied. I was thinking they were 0-2.
No, yeah, they tied. Not yeah,
Okay,
so they're still riding along. They're not must win yet. But I Matt Ryan is working with a lot that a lot of garbage, basically.
Yes.
And he's making it work. So I guess good for him. Who is this Jalen Woods?
Week, he kind of made it work, but last week was
no, and by saying made it work, I mean they scored 20 points against 17. So they barely got it in there. And what's up with JT? Is he's not as good anymore? Is
Yes,
he
they
already
are.
getting worn down by the carries?
By the 400 carries that he got last
Yeah,
season.
and the 500 that he got throughout college.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. At Wisconsin, I don't know. Maybe as the season picks up, he'll find a rhythm, or that was just like a once in a lifetime type season. It's possible.
Could have been. Oh, definitely. It's funny especially with fantasy. It's like they have one good week, 3 good weeks, one good year, and it's like, oh, this has to be what happens every time,
Hmm.
every season,
Well,
every year.
I mean, Cooper Cup is like that.
Yeah, and I don't think Cooper Cup's gonna have. I don't think he's gonna be like regress to garbage, but he's just not gonna be as the best wide receiver of all time like he was last year.
Might be. Yo, his target share is like 35% so far this year. It's increased from last year.
It's insane.
I read that stat earlier and I had to bring it up.
All right, the hit that you got this week. Great game.
Every time I try to bet a favorite, tell me to stop because
All your
like I
dogs
feel
have
like
been
all
hitting.
of my dogs hit,
Yeah.
and I had the Dolphins against the Bills. This Miami team, I mean the first ones to actually slow down the Bills. Like they didn't look all that great.
Yeah, 400 yards from Allen. That's really slowing him down.
I mean, they scored 17 points.
No, I know. I'm just
That's
that was
19
it's just
points.
funny to say when
But
just
like
the quarterback is 400 yards.
yeah, but like they got stops when it mattered, and the Bills scored 5 points in the second half.
They also the key here is that it wasn't all just like turnover luck or a fumble here and a tipped pick here. It's they stopped them on 3rd and down like they had to punt. How many times? I guess wait, they only punted once.
Just once.
Huh. Well then, how did they stop them? What's going on? I thought Red Zone would just not show me these punts. What happened here? Am I missing something? I guess they just stalled out, but
this game and
they
missed the field goal.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They missed a field goal. What
I
happened? Where did they didn't turn over the ball at all?
I mean, they got stopped on 4th down a couple times.
How many times could that possibly have been? Two for 3rd. They were stopped once. I guess they were. That's so. Did they just not punt? I'm baffled now. Absolutely baffled. Like, just look at this.
Allen
go to
threw the ball
stats.
63 times.
Total plays 90 to 39. The Bills.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't look that good, but like I don't understand how they pulled it off, but they did.
They, from all I could see, was that they had double the first downs they did.
The Bills had the ball the whole second half and got outscored.
So I mean, this just shows first of all how freaking hot it is in Miami. You see all those Bills players like dying on the field.
Yeah.
And Tua, they're under another investigation. The Miami Dolphins are under another investigation because they just didn't check his head. They were like, no, it's a back injury.
Okay, yeah, that's good because did you see the play? Got rocked.
Yeah, his head bounced off the wall like a Looney Tunes character.
Came down hard.
It was like Bugs Bunny got his head knocked
on
down.
his head. Yeah, seriously. I couldn't believe that I saw he went down. I was like, are you serious? Like, he's going to be out for the rest of the game. And then he came back in like a drive later. I was like, that does not add up.
No, and
There's
like
no
the
way
viral video of him
right.
falling on the ground after standing up? He looked like hey, and he sweated it out and beat it out. That was a great game. The end. Let's talk about the butt punt. So I was laughing so hard. All you got to do, if they just they like, I don't know, did they want to take the safety?
No, well, the announcers were saying at the time, they're like, maybe they just ought to take a safety here. Like, don't risk like having the punt blocked and giving up a touchdown. And I was thinking to myself, like, why would you take a safety? Like, it probably can't be that hard to punt from there.
Clearly, it was.
I like look away at the other game and I turn back and boom, there goes the punt.
And it just
so they got lucky.
the red zone experience with it was it went like they showed the punt, it went straight up in the air, and then they were like, Texans Bears, what we doing? What we got? And they were just showing all this Texans Bears of they're not even scoring touchdowns. They're just like in the red zone missing and just like kicking a field goal. He's like, oh, the drama down in Chicago. And I'm like, dude, this punt just went straight up to the moon. Like, can you give us an update on what happened with the punt that went through the back of the field goal? They went back through the field goal stands.
It was such a weird play.
I was thinking it would have been so funny. Like, if I was the NFL commissioner and I was just like, let's make it fun. That counts to field goal for the Bills. Mm-hmm. Bills 20, Dolphins 21. Dolphins get the ball back. Because they kicked it through the Bill. They would have been the Bills' field goal. So
right,
give them the own
that
goal.
would be a raw deal for the Bills.
Oh yeah, they would have been so. It would have been like another
point, but they didn't get the ball back.
Yeah, it would have been a whole nother. Like remember they protested after the freaking
overtime.
It would have been that. It would have been so funny though if they were just like, yeah, let's give them 3 points instead of 2, and then Dolphins get the ball back. Sure.
Upon further review, we've determined that this is a field goal.
Yeah, that this is a field goal by the Buffalo Bills.
Using the elastic clause.
Mm-hmm. All right, also, what's up? Like, can any of these teams run the football? We were just talking about the Chiefs.
The Dolphins didn't have the ball.
Yeah, that's true. That's
the fact
fair.
that they scored 3 times is crazy. I think they put together like 3 drives throughout the whole game.
One of their touchdown scores this game, River Craycraft. Good old River.
That's a name.
Yeah, that's definitely a name.
No Wild Goose.
Wild Goose, is that a person?
Commanders D-back.
Wild Goose. Wow, you guys have Wild Goose to Anna Forrest?
Wild Goose. Yeah. That's
hilarious.
And a Shaka.
And another great name. Yeah. All right. Last thing I gotta say about this game is if I'm a Bills fan, I'm not worried.
Nope.
At all.
I'm not either.
Like not even a sweat. Sure.
Weird things happen in Miami.
I love Jack Dorsey or whatever the offensive coordinator. I think it's that's the offensive coordinator.
Oh, the temper tantrum?
Yes.
Only
because
that was one of the better videos I saw.
I've done similar stuff playing Madden, so like I get what he feels.
Oh, yeah.
Like I know what he like. If I was in that room, the paper would be at the door. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not worried if I'm the Bills. If I'm the Dolphins, though, it's a good of course it's a good win. But you're 3-0. You're looking good. Ride this out until the Bills finally take the division. Pretend like you're the division champs for a little bit. You know, strut your stuff. And but eventually, I don't know. I see this Dolphin the way that they've been playing, and I know they made that great comeback where they scored a lot against the Ravens. I can just see them though, like losing like 20-23 against like the Jets or something.
Yep.
Like a bad team
they've played like every game possible so far already this season.
Yep.
It's been 3 weeks.
Yep.
So like it's only a matter of time before they have that stinker.
Mm-hmm.
Where like it's a grinded out type game, but it's against a bad team, like you said.
Yeah, and it's like they could lose Falcons right at the end or whatever.
That would beat them.
Oh, the Falcons, man. We could talk about them in a little bit, but
pesky.
Yeah, they are pesky. All right, next up, we had a push this week. I hate pushes. Like, just give me a loss at this point.
Oof.
Nah, I
agree.
Push because it's always in a parlay, and it's like that gives me nothing.
Does it not just remove the leg from the parlay?
I guess it does. Does it? I mean, I guess that's how it works.
I think so.
Yeah, whatever. Push. Texans Bears. This game existed. There was so many Lovie Smith comments on Red Zone. Every time it was on Red Zone, Lovie Smith, he was the Bears coach. And he did pretty well as the Bears, Yeah, sure, whatever.
At the start of the game, it seemed like it was going to be a shootout. I was excited.
I know.
The Bears jumped up 10-0 on them real quick.
And then
all right, we were talking about
Texans are responding.
Yeah, we wanted them to both sling it. Justin Fields threw 17 passes, 8 completions.
I'm looking at. That's why I started laughing before you even said it. I'm looking at the stat line right now. 8 for 17, 106 yards, 2 picks.
We're like, they just need to throw it the whole game this week. That's what they should do. It doesn't matter. Like, you're playing against the Texans, you got nothing to lose. Just throw it like 50 times.
They couldn't do it.
Completed 8
They
passes.
couldn't do it. It's fun.
Like,
So
at some point,
hey, if Justin Fields gets to 8 completions, 2-0, undefeated.
That's such a sad stat.
8 completions.
Just because they're not 2-0. The fact that he's had less than 8 completions in a game this year. I don't know. Like, what do you do if you're a fan?
You just
Is it
ride.
him that sucks, or is it them that's like not giving him an opportunity? Probably both. Like when he does throw,
a couple of those balls that I saw were god awful. Like he threw them, and I was like, "Oh, they're letting him throw," and it's like, "Oh no, let's give it to the running back. Give it to the running back, please." Dude, it was going to Texans defenders left and right, and the fact that they didn't win this game was absolutely ridiculous. Like just looking at the quarterback stat lines.
Better.
I think they are too. Just looking at the quarterback stat lines, just like it doesn't add up.
You know the Texans haven't scored a point in the fourth quarter this season.
But Bill Simmons, I was listening to Bill Simmons, and after week 1, they're like, he was like, they're a 50-minute team. Fourth quarter, they don't show up. They don't show up. Fourth quarter. Davis is clocked out by the fourth quarter. He's already gotten his ass kicked enough.
That neck of his just gets too sore.
Yeah. It just he's over there. He's like, you know when you're trying to crack your neck like middle of the day, and you're like, oh come on, just crack, and it's like that's Davis mid game.
Yep. Did you see Fields' quote after the game?
Fields' quote after the game. No. Oh no, I saw that was last week's. I saw last week's where he was like, "Oh, the Chicago fans." I mean,
no.
Shit that we've been talking.
No, this is a new one.
All right.
Said, straight up, I don't want to say the A word, but I played like trash. I played terrible. I really just got to be better. So thank you for looking out for the children and not saying the A word.
No, that we could never tolerate the A word. Sorry, I was reading why I paused for a second. I was reading the comments. The Bills fumbled. That's why they also got one of their turnovers. And I also apparently look homeless. Yeah, and I smell like shit apparently too. All from my mother who's saying that. Anywho. All right. Bears. There's nothing else that we need to say about this game. Justin Fields is shit.
No,
Good for Khalil Herbert. I remember having him last year.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Did Montgomery got hurt? I guess.
Yeah, he did. Roquan Smith too. He's a baller. That dude rocks. He needs to be on the Pats ASAP. Not this season,
but where he is right now.
Yeah, that's true. All right, next up, what do we got? Vikings.
I had the Vikings.
You got it, dude. You got to.
Should I stop?
You got to be done.
I mean, I picked them twice and they're 1-1. So we're gonna have a rubber match soon. I got too excited. Like I gotta wait a little bit.
Well, you got to remember this could have been way worse.
Yes.
Like they didn't cover, but they won, and this could have been way worse. The Lions were up by 10. Well, start of the fourth quarter and just they didn't score another point. Come on, Lions. The way they use DeAndre Swift is absolutely ridiculous. I get that he has some injury concerns and you have to put him some limited. But every time he gets the ball, he runs for 10 yards. So just keep giving him the goddamn ball.
I don't know. I like Jamal Williams for some reason.
They love Jamal Williams.
He's funny, maybe.
Good hard.
You see a celebration. He cost him 15 yards.
No,
the hips.
Oh, the hips. Yeah. I did hear that.
Hips a little bit.
They did throw a flag for that. Damn.
Yep. Brutal.
No fun league. I thought we were allowed to celebrate. Wasn't that the whole? No, hips not allowed.
That was way too suggestive.
Yeah. All right. So Shakira could do it paid.
Disgraceful.
Shakira could do it paid in front of millions of people and in front of the Super Bowl audience, but
Hmm.
Jamal Williams can't do it on the sidelines. All right, that's fine. It's fine. Lordy. I used a Lordy today, so we were in a group chat and I dropped a Lordy. Amon was so good. He's so much fun to watch. I don't know how he slipped past 9 receivers or something like that.
Or fantasy this year. He was like the 70th player taken overall.
Yeah, that's true. And he's
like,
becoming
back. I took DJ Moore over him.
Oof. I mean, I probably took a lot of bad players.
Yeah, I've checked the receipts.
I will.
It won't make you feel good.
I'm sure. Dude, after I finished the draft, I don't know what was up with me this year. I was just like, I don't know what's going on. Because now I'm trying to do like trades, and I'm like, I can't trade any. Like, no one's good on my team.
Yeah. I need to mix. My guys are just not on the same page for some reason.
Carr needs to be out of here. We'll get to him later, but he needs to
we'll get to Carr.
Yeah. All right, back. We're staying on Lions Vikings right now. What's up with Mr. Justin Jefferson?
I don't know. I'd love to know. I really would. He got strapped for the second week in a row by
Jeff.
Buda.
Yeah.
Jeff, yeah. So 2 weeks he had to go up against Slay and Jeff, and apparently he just sells if he goes up against a good corner. Which I don't know. I mean, actual good receivers will show up for those games and still get catches, but he sucks.
And it's funny because it's like Kirk will just force throw it to him anyways. And it's like Kirk is just gonna. He's like he's do or die, Justin Jefferson.
He loves him so much.
And after last year in the first game, how could you not? So
yeah,
I think he'll get back to it. He'll get back on his shtick. Jalen Reagor, positive yards, 1 catch. Good for Reagor. The redemption tour coming back. Yep. I don't know if it was just me.
This is another Vikings game where if like you look at the stat sheet and you're like, wow, that's a solid day for Kirk. Like 260 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook almost hit 100 yards. And it's like they just didn't look that good though.
No, not at all. And Cook's hurt, right?
Is he?
I think so. It's funny. Ever since that first year when he got injured like week 2,
he is.
I have never wanted to draft him in fantasy.
That was like Jamal Charles.
Yep. Mr. Jamal. He was so good. All right. I mean, the last thing I guess I got to say about this game is the Bears are they're just going to be covering everything. We should never take it. The wise pick should never go against the Bears. Lions. Sorry, got my what's it called? My animals mixed up.
See, I bet on the Lions a couple times last year, and I said I'm not doing it again.
I think
so it was just like it was so frustrating, but maybe. Maybe.
All right. Last one of mine. Bengals Jets. This it was like
had to happen.
Yeah, it was a get right game. That's what we said before. It had to be a get right game. They did get right. They indeed did that. But Jamar still looks a little weird. I don't know. It still looks weird. They got sacked. I want to see how many times this game, because I don't know how bad it was.
Wasn't 9, I bet.
No, 2. It's not bad. We're getting to it. I know it's the Jets, but that's good stuff. I don't know. If this was 34, they could score one more time in the 4th. I'd be like, all right, they're 100% back, but they're getting the rust off. I think Super Bowl hangover rust.
They needed that one.
They're drinking some Pedialyte. They're coming back. Reviving. Joe, he's thrown it the most out of any quarterback in 3 weeks. Does he want his arm to fall off? Like
you need to shoot him up with Novocaine before the next game. He doesn't even feel it.
Just like an actual just noodle just going out there just
what's the deal with Zach Wilson?
Yeah, I don't know. I heard last week that they're just gonna keep him out until he's 110% healthy, and I think that's a smart way to do it.
Yeah.
But I want to see this. I want to see this team with Wilson. I think they're gonna be decent. As long as Wilson,
good. Is Wilson decent though?
Yeah, that's the issue. Is Wilson decent?
Last year.
That's true. I don't know, and that's rookie year. You know, rookie head coach, all that
Mhm.
stuff. But I don't know. They have the weapons. Garrett Wilson's he's legit. Garrett Wilson's 100% legit. And Moore is still, I think he's still up in the air, but he's pretty decent. And I like Breece Hall too. So they have some weapons on this team. And if Joe can make it work and win a game, you know, Wilson should be able to get
a game.
Yeah, a game. Yeah. They were close that other game, right? I don't know. No, it wasn't. It was the Ravens.
No.
My bad, Joe. I thought better of you, Joe. But
he tried.
Hey, he is clearly he's trying. He's throwing it the most. He's trying harder than anyone else. So, props to Big Joe. All right, next up, the Derek Carr funeral.
So I thought that the Raiders this week, it was like, all right, they kind of had a rough start this season, but they'll bounce back because they are a good team. They're not. They're terrible.
They are the only 0-3 team. Derek Carr stinks. Devontae Adams is regretting every decision he's ever made.
Yeah, seriously.
Josh McDaniels sucks.
He should be fired right now.
Which, who told you? I told you he sucked last year as offensive coordinator. Like, I don't understand this team. Mac Hollins is out here.
He went off.
Yeah, and I've never heard of that guy. I don't know why they're not throwing.
Used to be on the Eagles.
He used to be on the Eagles. Why aren't they? Why is Devontae Adams not getting those touches and production? Know. And what's up with Waller
too?
Waller stinks.
Didn't do anything.
What about
Renfro's out? Maybe that changes everything.
Oh, was he out?
He was out. Yeah, it's the X factor.
And of course, this was the game Derrick Henry comes back, and he's not even back. It's like 4.2 cards to carry. Prime Henry would get 5.5, but yeah. It seemed like the Titans didn't have to do all that much and I guess towards the end they started to come back, but
they
kind
of buried him early.
Yeah, they buried him early and just kind of stuck with it, and it worked.
They didn't score a point in the second half. If you're giving up 0 points in the second half and you lose, that's not a good sign.
Not at all. No, and
they weren't the only team to do that.
They cannot the Raiders, that goal line offense was so goddamn horrific. I wanted to turn off the TV. They were like, they went all the way to 4th down, got the flag, got another reset of downs, and I'm pretty sure it took it all the way down to 3rd.
Back into a touchdown.
Yeah. They should not have.
And then they go for 2, and it's like, what are the odds that they're actually gonna get this? Yeah,
I know, and it's like Derek Carr. What a surprise! It gets fucking tipped. He throws it right to a goddamn defender every time. Dude, I have him in fantasy. He sucks.
He is bad.
I have no.
At the end of last year, I did a complete switch on Carr. I used to be a Carr hater, and then as soon as I started thinking that he was good, just a shitter. Absolute shitter.
If I'm Adams, I'm having a meeting with someone. I don't know who it is, but I'm having a meeting with someone. And look, this is what he wanted. This is what they had. And we know, their offensive line isn't great. We know that their defense is, I guess they have Max Crosby and, what's his name? The other guy that they bought from, Chandler Jones. But they did nothing this game. I don't know. I'm tired of this team. Done with him.
Yeah. They should fire McDaniels right now.
I think they should.
They should have kept, Bisaccia.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, whoever ended last year, they should have kept.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is how many times is this clown gonna get a head coaching job?
Mm-hmm.
How many times is this clown gonna get a head coaching job?
Isn't this his only second?
Technically, it's his 3rd, but because he went to the Colts and then went away the next day. But
yeah, no, I don't know.
He
was bad with the Broncos.
He was bad with the Broncos, and I don't know. I watched the Pats all last year. I didn't think their coordination was good. I wasn't leaving the game man, that 3rd down play where we ran a halfback draw, I really loved it. When we didn't let Mac Jones throw whatsoever, it was great. So, I don't know what the Raiders are doing, taking their keys to this guy.
I have no idea. And I like. Did anyone really like it when they made the hire?
I don't think so. It kind of just like it was one of those things where it's like, Raiders got a new coach because they didn't technically have one last year because of Gruden, so like it didn't become a big deal because it's just like you know, Raiders got a new
Right.
coach. At least that's how I felt about it. And
I forgot about it until like the start of the season. I was like, wait, who's their coach? Oh, it's Josh McDaniels.
yeah,
Ugh.
yeah, big ill. He's
Yeah.
got the ick to him. All right. Speaking of the ick of both of our teams, I'm gonna start with mine real quick. I'm waving the white flag. Season is over. Mac Jones is gonna. I don't want him to. I don't even want him to play the rest of the year, unless he could be 100% healthy. I don't want to see him.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the game real quick. It was a
It
close.
was fun.
It was a fun game. It was a close game until the end. They got away with the end. Mac, he can't be throwing 3 picks. Even like he can't be throwing 3 picks, Mac.
The one in the end zone was tough.
The one in the end zone was tough. A lot of them, like it seems like what I was excited for in this Patriots offense. It seems like each week they're unlocking a new element to the offense that they paid a lot of money for.
So Parker.
Yeah, so this was the Devontae Parker game. Last week was Aguilar. Now Parker. We worked in some Jonnu Smith in there. I think this is his best game as a goddamn Patriot. 4 for 25. I'm not.
Someone who had him in fantasy, yes, I think that is.
I think it is his best game as a Pat. And I was excited to see they're trying to like work in the parts, and it all was working.
Ramondre too.
Ramondre, yeah, he's starting to be the lead back, getting more carries than Damian. Max running for touchdowns, doing the gritty. It looked like, and the defense didn't look bad. It felt like the best you could possibly do against Lamar. It felt like we got almost there.
Me threw 4 touchdowns and ran for another.
I said almost there. The best you could do against Lamar. Almost
I mean,
there. Yeah, almost. Like,
that's
all right. That's issue.
A low bar.
Let's look at your defense. How about that?
Hey! This is not a competition. I'm just saying.
All right. Anywho,
you gave up less points actually. So.
I don't care. I don't care. You looked way worse. So how about that? We at least made it look like a game, and then we would fumble it every time.
What's your record?
Aren't we both 1-2?
Yes. So who cares?
Look, hey, there's no need to pin each other against this. We're both in bad.
I mean, you yelled at me.
All right, I'm sorry.
I was just trying to say that 37 points is a very low bar to set for. They did okay.
I'll give him until the fourth quarter. I don't count. That was over. After Mac was throwing his 3rd pick, I was like, all right, I'm just giving up on this defense. Like that, I can't make them. They can't stop Lamar that many times.
Mm-hmm.
I do say that the Ramondre Stevenson, his knee wasn't down. 2 points. It should have been us.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a done season, and it's even to the point where it's like
because of the injury or because of
no, because of the injury.
Okay.
No, this was a building block season without the injury, but now without it, I'm gonna have to watch Hoyer the Destroyer play. And as I can joke as much as I want about Hoyer the Destroyer, but
he's no destroyer.
He ain't no destroyer. And he also I don't know. People were talking about Cam again. I don't want Cam. I've already seen Cam. I've seen him throw.
Cam.
No, I don't. I've seen him throw the ball into the 5-yard line so many times. I don't need to see that again. At this point, I would just rather take Hoyer and Zappy. Try with them.
Yeah. About
Besides,
you get him.
One rumor I saw. It wasn't even a rumor. It was just like a what if. Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, I saw that
Minshew
too.
mania, baby. I'd be all the way back.
I mean, he's probably better than Mac is.
He actually might be. That's the scary thing. My undenying love for Mac is becoming a little cloudy, a little critical.
Mm-hmm.
Look, as I said earlier, you can't throw 3 picks and expect us to win. Yep. So and some of the stuff, it's like he's smart with it, but it's like when he's outside of the pocket, he's got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And Gardner would be the only thing that would keep my, not even hopes, but like my excitement up for the season.
Yeah.
But other than that, maybe Bryce Young. Let's get another Alabama one. Come on, let's keep it pumping. Every other year, we'll just pump him out. I'll get a jersey.
Yep.
But we're officially, like he was already at like is he the guy? And now it's like, look, your job's left on the table when you're not playing.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, for Hoyer and Zappy to go get it. So
Mhm.
I don't think he's too worried about that.
Minshew.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to comment about the Pats? It was cool seeing Parker play well. That was cool.
Yeah, it's tough to like finish this season if Mac doesn't play, and then have like a real idea of where you're at. That's what sucks.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's like Trey Lance. It's where it's like you sat for. I mean, I guess Mac didn't sit the first year, but it's like you had a rookie year. You're supposed to build off your rookie year in your sophomore year, and now that Trey Lance is out,
but they also have the GOAT who's playing for them now, so they don't even need Trey Lance.
That's true. We'll get to that in a little bit, but but you're right. There's no way to evaluate this season from Mac Jones based off 3 games. One of them, I mean, I guess 3 of them of which the offensive coordinator didn't even exist. So I don't know.
The most mid games ever.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bunch of Kirk Cousins games. So
yeah,
great. We'll be stuck with him and have to pay
purgatory.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have to pay him $100 million. Yeah. It's tough. It is tough, but whatever. It's time. I guess. Look, it's time to. I'm putting the R word on it. Time to rebuild. Time to blow it up. We tried to do the old not blow it up and just kind of keep going. Yeah, we tried to retool, and then we spent all of our money on a bunch of. Because we spent all of our money on a bunch of mid players. We should have spent our money on superstars, and then a retool would have been fine.
The retool never works.
It doesn't.
Ever.
It doesn't. So, I'm they're sellers. Trade deadline, they're sellers.
There's no buyers and sellers at the NFL trade deadline. There's like 2 trades.
There's never any trades. All right. All right. Let's move on to Washington.
I don't know where to start. I guess I'll just say that every year there's at some point in the season there's a game that like reminds you how miserable you are as a fan and like how pathetic they are as a franchise. Like they had that game against the Bears on Monday night in Gruden's last year. They had that game in Dallas that they got slaughtered. The Rams game where Aaron Donald like tried to kill Alex Smith. That was this game, that was this game for this season, and it's week 3. So I'm out.
You're done.
I'm done.
I saw you on Twitter. It really looks like you sold your stock.
Yeah, you were like, oh God.
Okay, yeah.
I could like hear you saying it like as you think I'm being dramatic, but I mean at the end of the day, like this is who they are, and I can believe that they're gonna change for a little bit. Like there was a little bit of reason for optimism, I guess, going into the season and winning a game, but this is who they are. It didn't take long to show it. It's year 3 of Ron, and they've gotten worse
every year.
So I like Ron
with almost a better roster every year.
You could argue they improved each year, yeah.
And they've been worse each one.
The record has got this year. I guess you can't say that yet, but it's trending that way early on. So I like him. I think he's a good guy. I think he's a good coach. It's just not working. And I think everyone he's brought in is bad at their jobs. The
fact that Del Rio still has a job right now, like today, as in today, he still has his job is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, him and Scott Turner, who just like, I mean, you give up 5 sacks in the first quarter and you think you'd make an adjustment, but they didn't. He was just sitting duck the whole game, which is like, again, I'll get to him, but that's who he is. So, and Ron was the one who wanted him. He went and got all these guys. He brought them all in. So,
You know what's weird too?
when they're bad, it's on him.
That first Ron game, you know what all the excitement was about? 7 sacks on Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm. And now 3 years later, it's full circle.
It's 9 sacks against Carson Wentz. Look, I don't even know like what you guys can't run the football. You guys can barely pass the football. This whole game, there was scoring in 2 quarters, and one of them was a garbage time.
Well, that was why I mentioned it earlier that if you don't give up any points in the second half.
You didn't give up any points in 3 quarters.
All the second quarter.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I'll get to the Eagles too, but I want to go 2-15.
You want to. You want.
I just beat the Cowboys once all the season. Give me a top quarterback and shred everything.
I think that's
coach.
I think it's time. I think
a new a young head coach.
And I don't think your I guess your rebuild has been for 20 years, but I don't.
They're literally just moving to nothing.
Yeah.
Even if they were to bounce back and make the playoffs this year, the next year what did they do? You probably have the same exact team.
You just run it back.
And then what? So eventually there's gonna be a catastrophic season. Just give it to me now. I want it. I want it. I want to lose.
I'm for it.
Obviously when I'm watching the games, I'm not gonna feel that way, but that's my overall stance is I want to lose.
That's how if Mac's gonna be out, that's how I am.
Yeah.
If Mac's gonna be out, I want to just be 0-16 or whatever.
Yep. I'd be fine losing if they could beat the Cowboys or the Giants or the Eagles once, that would be nice little all right.
Yeah, give me Hoyer beating the Bears. Or not the Bears, the Bills. I don't know why I keep going back to the Bears. But yeah, Hoyer beats the Bills once. The Bears are on my mind this week. It's all that Justin Fields passing yards. That's what's really got me.
That's right.
Let's talk about the Eagles real quick because can we just relax on the parade, guys?
All right, I'm glad that you're with me there. So,
sure, they look good.
Hey, you've beaten you beat Kirk Cousins on Monday night. You beat the Lions in a close game, and you beat the pathetic Commanders.
And they almost blew it against the Lions.
Right.
So
does Hurts look good and the defense look good? Yeah, they do.
Look who you've been playing.
It's week 3.
And look who I'm sorry because the Commanders are on there, but look who you've been playing. Right. We were just talking about how you want to lose every other game. The Vikings, we were just talking about how they couldn't move they can't move the football if Justin Jefferson is covered. And the Lions, we were just talking about how they're just the friskiest team ever, and they're going to be like that every year, but they're never going to win anything. So and it's also you're scoring 24 points. Besides that first game, you're scoring 24 a game. You're not world beaters. If you
why is Hurts MVP?
Yeah, because he could score 21 points in a quarter. Cool. He can't score in any other quarter. If this was the game that you would, what I imagine this game's box score would look like after what Twitter and everything else looks like is that it was 45-8.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was 24-8. They got shut out in the other half. And yeah, Hurts didn't throw any picks. He can run. The running attack looks great. You actually got to use Devontae Smith. But can you settle down? Please.
I also think that teams that win the Super Bowl, they never look this good in week 3. We never start. It's true. We never start the season and by week 4 we're this team's winning the Super Bowl. We did with the freaking Cardinals last year.
It never works out.
Cardinals were 8-0, and people were well, and we were sitting here getting nervous. Are they actually good? We've been saying that they're frauds this whole time, and look what happened. So just settle down.
That's a great take. That's a great take, and that should be reminded in everyone's heads over and over again.
Yeah.
Because this also will happen. Well, this is the same conversation when it's week. I don't know. It's week 7, and the the Chiefs have a weird loss again, or the Bucks, or some other Super Bowl favorite.
When the
And-
Dolphins are 8-0.
yeah, and they're beating like an actual Super Bowl favorite. And then
Mhm.
we're like, oh, this team's done. And then like
Yeah.
that's gonna be the team that wins the Super Bowl.
Look at the Rams last year.
Yeah. Yeah, they were
So,
done like 3 times.
Just cool it.
Yeah, relax. Calm down. And this is also like act like you've been there, and you have been there. Like this is very unclassy.
Yeah, like 3
you were
years
there.
ago.
You were there for like 4 or 5 years ago. Come on.
I wasn't done though.
Oh, okay.
My stuff.
Sorry.
I
Take
would
it
be
away.
remiss if I didn't call out Wentz because
You're calling him out on
he's
Twitter.
just a loser.
Oh, definitely.
Like this was the biggest game, one of the biggest games of his life. Like, you're facing your former team who's told you to your face, we don't want you. Drafted another quarterback. They're coming to your new home, and they're like a good team. They're favored. They're saying that they're gonna kill you. Like that should amp you up, and you just shit down your leg. It was a disgusting performance, and I know like the line wasn't good, but that does not excuse the way that he played.
The
He can't handle any adversity whatsoever.
and it's sad because that's what I tried to talk you out of. What, Friday? You were saying that. That's exactly what you were saying, and I was like, oh,
No,
come on,
it was like
he'll amp you up.
All
whatever.
of my biggest fears.
Yep, they all just came together.
Yep, were perfect. It was the perfect storm of just misery. And I don't care that he's like thrown for a lot of yards so far this season.
Yeah, that
Like
means
just
nothing.
watch the game.
Yeah, it means nothing. Like Joe Flacco's still top 5, I think, leading passing yards, so it means nothing.
No, it means absolutely nothing. They haven't been throwing to Terry at all.
He
So
had
I
6
don't
this
know.
game.
Yeah, all like late in the game though.
That is true. He's always a late in the game type of guy, it feels like.
Yeah, they just like the beginning of the game. They just don't target him for some reason, and maybe because Darius Slay is that good and he locked him down. But I don't know. Scott Turner is such a boob. Like they've been shut out in the first half in back-to-back weeks. By the Lions and
that
the
can't
Eagles.
happen. And it's like that's when you game plan. That should be the
Yeah.
first 15 plays should all be game planned anyways. Like you're telling me you can't score in the whole first half? Like come on.
They look absolutely clueless. Like the sacks that it's like he's not even trying to move. He's just a statue.
Well, we knew that.
Which is what happened last year.
Yeah,
I
was
did
gonna
know
say,
that.
We knew that.
So yeah, I hate him. Done with him. No sympathy anymore. He's a loser. Go be a loser somewhere else, please.
Sam Howell.
It's to where I don't want to ruin Howell.
Yeah, let's get him in like the last 3 weeks. We'll get him.
Last couple weeks. Give me something to be excited about.
Yeah.
I said after week 1, I don't know if I said it on here, but if they were 3-1,
Yes, you did.
I was gonna go to a game. So this will mark year 4 in a row where I will not be going to a game.
Oof.
After going every year of my life. So that sucks. 'Cause I miss it, but it's misery every time. I just need them out of my life. Cause like I feel like I'm one of the more passionate fans that I know, especially for this team that's been losing so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm losing interest. Like
Yeah.
this is probably the least interested that I've been. And it's happened like every year. Like it slowly just goes down and down and down. It's like I don't care anymore. Like I'll probably watch.
That makes me sad.
It
like-
makes me sad too.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it does. And it's gonna be like I mean maybe it'll never be this way just because it's the NFL, but it's like when I sent you the Wizard stuff and you're just like, don't even care.
Oh yeah, I don't care. But that's different. Like them, I never really cared that much. Even when they were like decent, I didn't really care that much.
Mhm.
Like I would get over it quickly. This team I care about a lot. And it's fading.
It's heartbreaking.
I don't know how many years I have left
It's
before I'm just tuned out.
very heartbreaking. What are you gonna do after you're tuned out? You're just gonna be just a fan, football fan. You're gonna be like Rob.
I will. Yeah, I'll buy an NFL hat.
That'd be sick.
I don't know what my actual final straw would be. It would have to be something pretty severe. Like maybe when I have kids and I just don't have time for it anymore.
Kids, that's what does it.
Yeah. Don't want to subject them to that.
Yeah.
Who's our favorite football team?
Like, no one.
No one.
No one.
we just root for everyone to have fun.
We had to have,
no injuries.
Little Hagen, we root for a lot of fun, high scoring games, and all of our bets to win. That's what we do.
We root for the over in every game.
Yeah. Oh man. Speaking of 2 non-overs, the 2 primetime games. Every primetime game I've lost interest in within the first quarter.
Yeah. I mean, at least like last night you kind of talked me into thinking it was going to be an okay game. I didn't watch it.
But it was a kick fest.
Yeah, I mean, I kept checking the score and I was like, I'm not missing anything.
No, you're not missing anything. You're too, dude. You missed a mid off. That's what you missed.
Yeah, well,
it's
shocking.
Yeah, no, NFC beast.
And then Sunday. Oh,
wait. So let's talk about Monday real quick. The only thing I got noted on is, like, this has to be the last Daniel Jones year, right?
No.
Like they just like gonna
saying that in 6 years.
I know. Are they just gonna like
extend
this
the year that Daniel Jones breaks out? I guess at some point he has to sign a contract. I hope they franchise tag him.
He blows.
He's so bad.
He blows chunks.
He's like Kirk on Sunday or on prime time too. Like,
yeah, he's 0-8.
I love him so much.
Did you see somebody recorded his fit in, I think it was House of Highlights, and they were like, boy's got the Algebra 2 math fit on.
He does show up with like a button down and khakis.
And it was cool. Like, I also, when I heard all like the tweets, like, oh, Saquon's back. I guess, the receiving, he is back. But I thought he'd have like 150 rushing yards too. But the only last thing I gotta say is every time I look at the screen, it would be a running back running a lot of yards, and I got excited for the Cowboys. And then it was Tony Pollard. Every time. Every single time.
Bummer.
Yeah. Yeah, Zeke hasn't been that bad, though, so I'm not worried.
He has been that bad.
You said he has been or hasn't?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what his fantasy numbers.
He's been like 13 fantasy. I'm fine with 13. I could take 13. All right. Broncos Niners.
Low bar.
The real like slugfest. This shit was so brutal to watch. And we have to eat some crow.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, we have to eat some crow.
What about the Niners?
About Jimmy. He stinks. He ran out of the end zone by like a foot.
Dan Orlovsky, can you get off your high horse? Like yours was so much worse.
He creamed his pants so many times. He was like, oh, I saw about 5 tweets from that guy.
Did you see the 2 videos compared though? He like ran 5 yards outside of the end zone. Jimmy just stepped back.
Yeah.
Like his was infinitely worse.
Dan. And it's like, yeah, so, Jimmy G is a 2-time champion, has been to a Super Bowl as a starter. Dan,
yeah, you were on the 0-16 Lions.
Yeah. Dan's the notes app apology guy, isn't he?
Yes. I don't remember what that was for.
I don't remember what he was apologizing for, but he's one to take to the notes app, and he might have to take to the notes app here.
He might. For this little parade that he's thrown himself.
Oh, we have in the Twitch comments, my buddy Chris saying Daniel Jones is going to be the Colts next year. After Matt Ryan, they got to get all the mid quarterbacks. They got to get all the mid.
That's right. Just line them up.
Year after year.
Will finish his career there.
It all a final bow with Kirk, right at the end, dude. That would be like the ultimate legacy. It's like
even like a slightly worse Kirk Cousins because he's too old.
They go like 10 years with a different quarterback every year, and they finally ended off with Kirk. That would be.
Even though it's like the meme where it's like the guy looking at the Earth and the astronaut with the gun.
Yes,
he's like,
it's always been Kirk
wait,
Cousins.
it's been Kirk Cousins the whole time.
It
always has been.
That's hilarious. Speaking of Kirk Cousins, Jimmy G is just another version. Like, I love how Kirk Cousins has become such a good version of Kirk Cousins that other versions of Kirk Cousins have come out. Like, Mac Jones is a version of Kirk Cousins. Jimmy is a version of Kirk Cousins. Derek Carr is he's a Kirk Cousins.
Oh, Derek Carr is such a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, no, Tannehill's a Kirk Cousins. Like, there's a lot of Kirk Cousins in the league, and it's like a Pokemon.
Tua's a Kirk Cousins.
Tua's breaking his way out, though. He's about to evolve.
I don't know if he is.
Hey, he's trying. Yeah,
it's
not his fault
Kirk
that he
tries.
It's not his fault the second half he was playing with some woozy pills on him.
That made him Kirk Cousins, actually.
Yeah.
Tua pre-concussion was not Kirk Cousins, but now he is Kirk Cousins after his brain injury.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's basically like 30% of the quarterbacks in the NFL.
What do we even want to say about this game? Like, I don't want to say anything. I hate, like, this game sucks.
I mean, like the fact that the Broncos are 2-1 is unbelievable. Like the Bears being 2-1.
No, yeah, they're it's like the same level for me. I think they're both equally as garbage. They can't finish an offensive drive to save their lives. I think they're 1 of 17 offensive drives. And when the Niners scored that 7 in the first quarter, I was like, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, they got it.
And they have weapons.
Yeah.
And like Russell Wilson, you think is good. He's not. I just wanted
he's not.
Self-praise myself for saying that I said that he was washed.
You had it. And you had it good too. He's bad.
Yeah, he's like not a good NFL quarterback anymore.
And when he doesn't run, he's useless. Like, get out of the pocket, do some Russell Wilson shit, you know?
And it's so like, it sounds mean, but like it makes me happy that he's bad.
Because
he's just such like a cringy guy.
It makes me sad when he's
sad.
Yeah, it makes me sad.
I don't know. I think it's like watching his TikToks and stuff is way funnier now that he's just complete ass.
Yeah, but it's like
the A-word.
Oh yeah, the A-word came out. The I'm sad about it because like when you're good, like you can hide behind the cringy videos and be like, well, at least he's a good quarterback. Now it's like he's just a cringe.
Did you see the ad for his Subway sandwich?
No,
the Danger Sub or whatever.
No, there's a Danger Sub. Hell yeah!
It's I might have sent it to you actually.
Did you see that people think that he has split personalities?
He might.
There's like pictures of him, and they're like, "What race is Russell Wilson?" And it's like showing him, and it's like Dominican, and it's like he's like dressing like a Dominican person, and then it's like black, and he's dressing as a black dude, and it's like he's just a chameleon to whatever he's around.
Yeah.
And it's I think it was like Mexican too, and it's like it shows him like, and it's like it's had everything, and so he's just a chameleon to people, I guess. I guess that's what makes him unlimited.
That's true. He is Mr. Unlimited.
He's definitely limited now.
He's so limited.
He's beyond limited.
I just want to see him have like a serious conversation with somebody. Like if him and Sierra get in a fight or something. I just want to see how he would handle it.
Like, I want to see him like actually angry someone. Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about, Sierra? Come on, unlimited. She's got a family, like that. That's just all I imagine. That's how he talks.
She's like, okay, I love you, Russ. I love you too. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Let's ride.
I miss the Go Hawks.
No, yeah, I miss the Go Hawks.
Every interview, Go Hawks. All right, we know who you play for.
Did he post a post game Insta post? Because those are my favorite. Oh, I'm gonna check it out right now because those are absolutely my favorite.
I don't know why I don't follow him.
Oh, I don't. Do I follow him anymore?
Victory Monday.
Danger Russ. I love how his handles Danger Russ too. It sounds so cringy already. What highlights could he possibly even be showing?
The highlight of Jimmy G stepping out of the end zone.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's
There's, like,
actually.
it's not even his highlights.
Because what would you put?
It's like a running touchdown, a sack, him running for a first down, the Jimmy G thing, one completed pass, and the
Oh, I didn't know
fans.
it was
Nope, Jimmy
danger.
G getting sacked again.
It was Jimmy Russell Wilson. Or not Jimmy, Danger Russell Wilson. I thought it was just Danger Russ. No, it's Danger Russell.
Danger Russ Wilson, yeah.
Dude, one of his highlights was him warming up. Also, one of his highlights was a pick 6 that didn't count. Now we're just being mean. Now we're just cyberbullying him.
Let's go! Let's ride, baby, let's ride. Win the game.
Is that after his first win last week?
Yeah, that's after. Well, actually, no, I think it was after last night. Yeah, 2 days ago.
If
Win a game.
what a game. Yeah, what a game. Real shit fest. All right. What else we got? I want to move on from that stinker. Let's go backwards and go with the Falcons, Hawks.
This game happened.
It did happen. And it was
Congrats
actually
to the Falcons.
exciting.
Was it? I didn't watch any of it.
I mean, on Red, like it was pretty. I mean, it was a duel. You know, Gino 325, 2 touchdowns. Marcus 230, 4 rushing yards. Kyle Pitts, that's the name of the game. You know, he caught some balls. We're getting up there.
Finally.
What do we need? 900 yards. He's got 87 this game. We're almost there.
There we go. And 87 on the year.
Yeah, we need 10 more.
Been used at all.
We need 11 more games of this, and we'll be good.
Yep, that's right.
And Drake London continues to prove me wrong. So
yeah, seriously,
good for Drake.
I mean, who else are they going to throw to?
Yeah, no one at all. Cordero, that's about it.
Who's
all
also
right.
their
I
running
also
back.
this game. Yeah, we should have left it as I said on Friday. This game happened.
Yeah,
this game happened. None of the those are 2 very disinterested teams.
It was pretty midweek.
It was,
overall.
and it was a week where I left the week like, who's good?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know who's good.
I mean,
So-
the Eagles are winning the Super Bowl, obviously.
Yep. Oh, and they're
But
facing
after
the
that-
Jags. They're facing the Jags.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah, let's talk about the Jags.
All right, we'll talk now. We'll talk about the Jags.
I mean,
They're going to the Super Bowl.
the Doug Peterson Coach of the Year bet at the beginning of the year would be a huge hit for me.
And the division.
I
I put the division on. Like we were there.
I'm gonna check what the division is right now.
Dude,
I mean, it makes sense. Nick Peterson's a QB's coach,
Mhm.
and he had to deal with Urban Meyer last year. So
He's also-
they have guys
he's a-
on offense.
like, he's a
too.
player's
Like Christian
coach.
Kirk.
These guys
Christian
bought
Kirk has been
in.
the man.
Yeah. Zay Jones has been good. Like they don't have the world beater at receivers, but all of them have been good and reliable for them.
Mhm.
Trevor, he looks like, I mean, we talked against the Commanders like he was gonna be a bust, and it looks like he's next up. Hopefully, like with the Trevor Lawrence hype. I know he went to Clemson, and I know I hate Clemson, but he was so hyped before I even went to school at South Carolina, and he never I never watched him in person. So
Mhm.
the fact he's gonna be if he becomes what he was supposed to be, I still think it would be pretty damn cool.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I mean, he was like as big as Andrew Luck was.
did you see his weird comparison to the Peyton Manning rookie season? I think it was some they lost certain amount of games. Let me look it up. But basically, one of the stat lines was like, in year 2, Peyton Manning became 2-1 when he beat the Colts. Or not when he beat the Colts, when he beat the Chargers week 3. Just like now what Trevor Lawrence is doing. It's so specific, but so weird. Let me try to find it. But keep going as I look for it.
I'm gonna move on to the Chargers
All right.
because, like you said, after this week, we don't know who's good. I don't know what to do with them. I guess same old, right? But like usually they're not used to games like that
No, they don't
where
lose
they just
to.
get stomped.
Yeah, they don't lose to like supposed to be bad teams. Oh, okay. All right, here it is. Trevor Lawrence, 9-0 or 0-9 on the road. The only QB to lose his first 9 road games was Peyton Manning. And you know what his 10th road game was? The Chargers, week 3 of his second season. Just like Trevor Lawrence.
There you go.
He's gonna be the GOAT. Confirmed. He's gonna be the second best quarterback to ever play.
All right. When was Peyton Manning's first MVP?
Don't tell me it was this year. Don't tell me it's the second year. I'm gonna get the Brinks truck out if that's true.
2003. What was his rookie year?
I
This is
don't know.
gonna
Wasn't he
make us a lot of
99?
money.
Yeah, wasn't he 99? We gotta bet Trevor Lawrence MVP 3 years from now. Sign us up.
Oh wait, no, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His 6th year was his
All right.
first MVP.
So that means Trevor's got
Got it.
4 more.
Yep.
What? When did he win the Super Bowl? Because we gotta hammer the Jags that year.
It was
All right, this is getting ridiculous. Come on.
2010. They lost. 2007.
Okay, so what? Come on. What year is that?
We'll figure it out off.
All right, whatever. Anywho, I am convinced that the Chargers just want to kill Justin Herbert. They
like got something nice and they didn't know what to do with it.
No, they really don't. So he's not supposed to play the week. They inject him with that shit anyways. When it's the same doctor who killed Tyrod Taylor, like ended his Chargers career. This dude. First of all, how the hell does he still have a job? Second of all,
Tyrod Taylor's waiting to come back. Like, oh no, we messed up. Herbert.
Not again. Not again. Did you say Rivers?
Huh?
Did you say Rivers?
No.
I thought you said Rivers. Sorry. Herbert. Anyways, so they're down 38-10 in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left, and Justin Herbert's still playing. He's already injured, and then he wasn't supposed to play the game, and now you're making him play until the last second? Come on.
Yeah.
Do you want your guy to get murdered? This Chargers coaching staff, I'm done. Like, I'm done giving them excuses ever. They're done. They're bad. They need to all be fired. Brandon Staley sucks.
I don't like. What do you want him to do though?
Win football games.
the
That's what I
curse.
wanted to do. No, no, I'm tired of the curse.
Like, God forbid they win a division.
Ever, or make it convincingly to the playoffs where it's not the last year.
Even if they
week we have to
did,
do it.
They would lose in the most heartbreaking fashion.
Oh yeah. Oh, and also speaking of heartbreaking, Joey Bosa, who knows if he's gonna suffer major injuries? Yeah, Slater and him major injuries.
Slater's done for the year, right?
Yep. What else too? Their center got injured. Murray got injured. Kenneth. They did not have any good luck this game.
Nope.
Which is the Chargers. That's what they are.
Yeah, crazy.
But I'm so sick of saying every week, that's what they're gonna do. But then every week, that's what they fucking do. Drives me crazy.
This is a new one though. Like,
yeah, it's a new low. New low.
This is a new low. Yeah. Your quarterback is injured. You force him to play anyway. You get curb stomped by a team who had the #1 pick last year, and 2 of your best players go out for the year. That's a lot to handle.
It is definitely a lot.
So I'm sorry for the Charger fan.
The one.
Must have been tough.
Speaking of tough, as in tough to watch, Green Bay Packers versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ugh.
Like, I almost want to leave this. Yeah, no, you should be
A little bit.
This week I would give them a pass though. All they had was Russell Gage.
Yeah, fair.
So I wouldn't be that nervous yet. Like, they're going to get Mike Evans, and eventually they're going to get Godwin. But
Mm-hmm.
if they don't have them, they're garbage.
I mean, actually, you know what? I'm not nervous. Because remember I said week 3, like the team that's going to win the Super Bowl isn't the team that looks the best.
No, and the Bucs have looked, when they won the Super Bowl, they were what? They were below 500. They didn't even make, not below 500 at one point, but didn't even win a division. They were a wild card team.
Yep.
All right. What else do we want to say about this game? Like, it's just same old.
I said
from
under
what we passed.
and under.
Oh yeah,
That's to me. I didn't bet it though.
good under. Not bad.
I
Not
just
bad.
went down on my picks instead.
Look, this game sucked. Like, I have nothing to say. The Packers
It
defense
sucked.
is good, and so is the Bucs defense. There was nothing else. Neither of them have receivers, and Aaron Rodgers made it work, and Tom
It's
Brady
like
did.
the old guys just farting around
Literally.
while like the rest of the league is on the come up, pretty much. And then come the playoffs, like they're gonna win.
All right.
Well, not the Packers.
Another game we didn't talk about, Rams-Cardinals. Another game that just kind of happened. Like, all these games kind of
McVay
blur.
owns him.
McVay definitely owns them.
He is his daddy.
Good for Cam Akers. He learned how to run the ball again.
Kinda. Yes,
Yeah, sort of. I mean, 15 for 60. I mean, 12 for 61 is not terrible on a tutty.
Yep.
Coop. I mean, he's still a weapon. But the game plan against him has been far superior than it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
And Allen
That little
Robinson still
guy
sucks.
threw for 58 times and they scored 12 points.
That little guy. I didn't know who you're talking about. At
I
first.
mean, Hollywood Brown had 140 yards.
Also, by the way, it was a double XP weekend, and they lost. So
That was it.
yeah. So clearly, clearly it was the double XP weekend.
Yeah. That's true.
At this point, like, we might as well, like, let's make it every weekend and see if they ever win. See if, like, let's see. It'll be double XP weekend until the Cardinals win a football game.
Yeah.
They have no running attack again. They're receiving like Marquise Brown is somehow
Not Dortch.
Marquise Brown and
Dortch or
Dortch.
Chamber?
Yeah, sure. Talk about a midget to midget connection. This might be the shortest connection in the NFL. So I gotta look up his height.
They need Hopkins back.
Desperately.
Take them seriously.
Or Dortch is.
They're just such a
Can
a joke.
Can you guess Dortch's height?
What, like 5'8"?
5'7".
Really is.
But yeah, they need something, and it's not coming this year. There's something ain't there.
Good.
And
I can't wait for Hard Knocks now.
When does it start? Because I actually
Let's
am
see what
intrigued.
happens in
I
there.
actually want to. I want to see Kyler Murray like yell at Cliff, and then I want to see Cliff get fired mid Hard Knocks.
Right.
That's the other thing. How many games until Cliff is done?
I don't know. I think he's easily safe until Hopkins comes back. If they go like 0-2 after Hopkins comes back and they're like 2-6, they might just fire him then.
So Hopkins is out until week 8, right? So that's 3.
We suspended 6 games, right? Do they have a bye?
Oh, so it's 6 games. All right, so he comes back for the Vikings Cardinals. If they lose, Seahawks November 9th, save the date. Seahawks Cardinals. If they lose, Cliff, that's the Cliff.
Funeral.
That's the Cliff funeral. Wear black, November 6th.
It doesn't say when Hard Knocks comes out.
That's a
New
shame.
episodes airing each Wednesday, with the exception of December 7th. Oh, after the completion of their 9th game. Damn.
9th
So
game.
he might be done.
I was gonna say he might be gone by then. Why are they starting so late? What's the point of the mid-season if it starts? That's weird.
Yeah, he might have a whole new coaching staff.
That would be hilarious. Like, all right, Cliff, you ready? And it's like they walk in first day, all the camera crew set up, and they're like, Cliff, the narrator, Cliff Kingsbury has been canned. Dun, 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 dun,
For Cliff
dun,
Kingsbury, it's
dun,
been a
dun.
rough year.
Yeah. they're currently 1-7 leading into the Seahawks game.
For Kyler Murray, his priorities lie elsewhere.
Yeah. His priorities land elsewhere in a different pro career, and it just shows him gaming. Yeah, all this talk about him wanting to play baseball, he should just played A-sports.
Yeah, seriously.
This guy's a 3-sport athlete. We never even knew
Dude,
it.
he literally just stole like $200 million from the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
Then he's gonna go win the Call of Duty championship. They're gonna be comparing him to Bo Jackson.
Yeah, you don't know Murray, 3-star or three-sport athlete. All right, any other games that we missed? I feel like there's one, but there's all these games are Panthers Saints, another garbage game.
Can Baker throw to DJ Moore?
No,
Please.
no.
Like, honestly, I'm begging. I hate Baker so much,
dude.
now.
As we said, like, I don't know, it was week 1. I think we said it. They have the one play game where they'll score a touchdown long, and that's it. That's all they'll get. So they had it this week, and that's all they needed. They have Christian. Christian can get it down the field. But other than that, they need one long play by one of their receivers, and it's never DJ Moore.
No, it's getting LaVisca Chenault.
God sakes.
Like, Shy Smith.
Hey,
Giovanni
South Carolina.
Gucci.
Shy Smith, South Carolina.
Who are these guys?
I know Shy. I know
you know Shy, but why is he getting catches over DJ Moore?
Looks like he's just better.
I don't know what to do. My fantasy team is in shambles.
Are you 0-3?
Absolute shambles. I am 0-3.
Oh god.
And this week, did you see how many points I scored?
No, let me look it up right now.
Look it up, because whatever you're thinking, it's worse.
Oh no, you scored 69. Because Riley's mom got a 69.
Young Ho Koo
that
was
was
my
the
highest
only-
scorer
Young Ho Koo was your highest scorer?
with 12.
Oh my god.
Yes, Fournette also. Had
And it's
12.
funny, it's not like you have you're getting higher projections than I get.
I thought I was okay.
I think I don't know. 0-3's like that's sound the alarm. That's panic.
It is sound the
That's
alarm. I don't know what
panic.
to do though. Because every week ESPN is just like, oh, you're still projected to win. Well, what do I do?
I don't
The
know.
first week, I actually had a good week. I scored 135 and I lost. The second week, I got screwed during the Monday night game.
So maybe you're good.
0.3.
Yeah, maybe you're good. Maybe just a couple bad
But this
breaks.
game, I'm worried that I've lost the locker room. Like I benched Tom Brady this week. and
The
I'm
locker
worried
room's
that
in shambles
it
now.
changed every. They're like, oh, you're gonna bench the goat? Well, we're just not gonna play then.
My
That's what I'm nervous about.
I've been looking at trades since week 1. Like, what can I possibly, try to trade for? And now it's week 3, and I still have no idea who I could possibly trade for. Because all the
I
good
don't
players,
even know what I want.
like, that's the issue about fantasy football. It's like, none of the good players you're ever going to get. And then all the other players that you're going to get, they're just, you barely want to start them.
Yep.
All right. Is there I don't think any trouble buttons need to come out. The Saints, they'll
Buttons?
no. Last week we had some trouble buttons come out. I don't think so.
Well, the Raiders. Did we
Raiders
already
definitely.
Hit, we
I
already
think we hit
them.
I think we hit them.
Niners are 1-2 now. I'm not hitting it yet.
No, I'm not hitting it either. I think give Jimmy a couple more weeks. He was just nervous in Denver.
Yeah, the altitude.
Yeah, the altitude.
Chargers.
Yeah, there might be some trouble there.
That's a trouble.
I want you. All right.
Matching that button.
So they have Texans, Browns, Broncos. Never mind. There's no trouble button. Texans, Browns, Broncos, Seahawks, Falcons, Niners. They don't have another hard game until November 20th.
Okay.
But
We'll see.
if they lose to Texans at home next weekend, trouble button's flying.
What if Herbert's still hurt?
If Herbert's hurt, then we give him a pass. But
Yeah.
I'm tired of the quarterback telling me they're hurt and then them playing and losing football games and then going, but they're hurt.
Yeah.
Like,
Just don't play.
yeah, just don't play that. Because when you're on the field, my brain makes me think you're healthy.
Yep.
A lot of bad games this week. Definitely was
Yeah.
not as entertaining as
The 4:00 games were a loaded dog poop.
yeah, they were awful. There wasn't a single one that I remember actually starting to study. I was like, what's going on? Oh, the games are just that bad.
Yeah.
Looking forward tomorrow. No, Wednesday. We're not on Wednesday. Sorry. Thursday. Dolphins, Bengals. The white helmets are coming out.
Yes. So that's why they're laying 4 points.
Yeah. The white
was
helmets.
wondering. I was wondering why they were favored by that many. I guess that would be why.
I hope this isn't. I hope what the Dolphins that we saw in week 2. I hope they're not a fraud. I hope that wasn't just a week where they did it. Because I'm already starting to get a little worried. This week I guess, week 3, they were back to the ones who beat the Patriots. They weren't the Dolphins who beat the.
It's kind of like the gross.
Yeah, the gross Dolphins. That, like, squeaks a win out.
Yeah.
I want to see.
I kind of need that too for fantasy.
Yeah, we'll get to my college corner in a little bit, but I won't be able to watch the game. But hopefully it's pretty entertaining. Like I want to see. We need some touchdowns on a primetime game. All right, I'm tired of field goals in a primetime game. Please. All right. I think that does it for football, right? You got anything else for at least for NFL football?
Just college stuff.
Yep. All right, college corner. Man, we're already at an hour 20.
I know, we're cruising.
I'm fine with it.
It's good we didn't do this in the morning.
No, yeah, we had a lot to talk about. I'm full of steam though. I still got shit to talk about. How did it go?
It went okay. They didn't win, but they looked all right.
So
the standard was like, don't get blown out, and they didn't get blown out. And like that was a game until like they had an onside kick at the end of the game that if they had a chance to tie it.
Yeah, no, this was a game the whole time. I guess, yeah, no, it was pretty much the whole time. The Wolverines, they got up a little. The issue was that they got up by that extra score
At the end of the half.
At the end of the half,
that one was brutal.
And you're like, ooh, they're gonna want that one back. And
yeah.
I was watching. Because this was I had a night game. This was a noon game, so I watched a lot of the front. Big noon, yeah, my bad.
The big noon game,
and they were doing all the right stuff, but that running back on Michigan is something else. 30 carries, 243 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they got cash.
That's insane.
It was a game where like they had to play basically perfect to win, and there were a couple things that didn't go the way. Like the interception that they let stand was pretty crazy. They just didn't look at. That was in the first half, and then there was that play at the end. I don't think that turned into points for Michigan, but the opening kickoff, obviously, they botched. Like I was at a volunteer thing Saturday morning, and I missed like the first quarter probably. And he texts me, it's like 12:02. That was quick. And I was like, oh dear, what happened? And I look at the score, and it's 7-0. And I saw that I was like, what happened? Like they scored on 2 plays, but there's only like 10 yards. I was like, oh, they fumbled the opening kickoff. That's great. Yeah.
I watched that happen, and I was like, oh no.
Yep, here we go.
This is gonna be bad.
It's such a Maryland thing to do. It's like, all right, we're like excited for this game, and then just immediately there's no chance. But the fact that they like quickly recovered from that, they went down, kicked a field goal, then they got a fumble of their own, so they hung in there. Like they actually showed resilience. They didn't take penalties, so I was proud.
They why did Billy Edwards Jr. come in? I didn't see that.
So Talia, he had gone down a couple drives before. I thought that he had just got the wind knocked out of him. I don't know exactly what it is, so I think it was just out of caution. That did bother me because it felt like they were conceding.
I was gonna say you have a chance to win the game,
and like it was such a small chance. But if he was healthy enough to play the drive before, then why isn't he healthy enough to play this one? Like he had already come back from going down, so I just felt like they were sending a message that was like, well, we're done. Like we don't want him to get hurt. It's like, well, he just played that last drive, so
that's weird.
Him again, but he practiced today. So he should be fine for next week.
So are you looking a little more optimistic for next week?
7-point favorites.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Good
So
for you guys.
this game will determine how into the team I get, I think.
Because you're gonna be
If
crushed.
they go in and they
lose.
take care of business, they pretty excited. But if they get beat, if they get upset, apparently, at home against a Michigan State team that is reeling right now, then I'm gonna be pretty upset.
Well, good. I'm glad you're optimistic at least. It's better than coming in here and, you weren't optimistic last week.
I thought I was.
I guess you were. Yeah, you were. Actually, never mind. I'm confusing you with the Commanders.
I was more excited for this game than I
than
was
they
for
were
the Commanders.
Yeah, you're right. They
What'd you think of JJ McCarthy?
I mean, I thought he looked pretty decent. I mean, you guys held him pretty in, like, sort of in check though.
Yeah, well, he's not very good. I don't know what my problem is with that guy, but I built it up in my own head that I hate him, and now I actually don't
It's
like
your
him.
nemesis.
He is my nemesis.
All right, the Gamecocks this week. It was close in the first half.
Yeah.
And I was really worried, like extremely worried. And then it blew up. So Rattlers still doesn't look good. Marshawn Lloyd, he had is probably one of his best games of his career. 15 carries, 169, 3 tutties. And Christian, I don't even know who this guy is. Christian Beal Smith. He like, I thought it would be Juju McDowell, which he also got a touchdown, but I thought he would get majority of the carries, and I guess they got the same amount of carries, but I had no idea where this guy was from. Looks like, he was on Wake Forest. Sweet. Well, now he's doing well for the Gamecocks.
There you go.
I just want to see Rattler score a touchdown. He's got 2 on the season.
In 4 games.
4 games. So him.
Charlotte's not very good either.
No. And their rushing attack took care of business. So I'm not I'm not too worried about the team itself. But Spencer, I'm a little worried about.
I mean, who's this Doty guy that came in and he could score a touchdown?
No. I've seen enough of Doty. Far enough. Did you not remember we talking about Doty last year?
No.
Oh, he's the worst, dude. He is happy feet in the pocket. He's like he cannot stay in the pocket to save his life. He never makes the right freaking read. He got benched by Zeb Nolan, who was an assistant coach last year. Yeah, he's not great. But he got
like his name.
Yeah, Luke Doty. It's a good name. He if it wasn't for last year, I would say like give him a chance, but nah, he stinks. I've seen enough.
Yeah.
So I'd rather see Rattler in there.
Well, I wasn't saying put him in. I was just saying he got a touchdown on 3 passes.
Yeah, no, and he got a 52-yard one too. I don't know why Rattler couldn't do that, but oh well. Looking forward, we're actually gonna be talking about this game Friday. So there's supposed to be supposed to be hurricane season in Columbia, and we moved it back because we're worried because the school just doesn't really. The school does not know how to plan things. Like I don't know why. Like why would you move it up instead of back? Seems like a bad decision, right? I guess you can't put it like I don't know.
When's the hurricane supposed to come?
It's supposed to come this weekend, so I guess you can't put it. Like I guess you can't put it past the weekend, but like.
Well, do you want to play Kentucky on short rest?
Good point. But the only thing that stinks is like it's Thursday night. Like I got class until 4:30, and
I
have an exam on Thursday until 4:30. So now I'm gonna have to go. Like this is such a first world problem, but it's like I gotta run out of class now, and just immediately start pre-gaming. and just to be at the frat, like I think the frat lots open up at like 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be just
you got like no time.
I got no time. So I don't know. It's gonna be fun under the lights, and I'm just glad it's another night game. It's almost better. Like, I'm glad it's not a noon game. It's another night
that's
game.
true. Anything you can do to get the noon games off your schedule,
Yep.
I think is good.
And I think this one, like Charlotte, they were close. So it's funny on game days. It's like they were close, and I was like, I can't believe they're close. Like, I'm leaving at half. So
You left?
yeah, I left. I left before the boom.
Gosh,
I feel like a fake fair weather fan every time I do it.
you are a fake fan.
I'm not a fake fan.
Stay for the game.
I watch the game afterwards. I just don't stay for the game.
Why do you leave?
Because it's so much standing around and standing up and sitting back down.
Sit during the breaks.
That's what I do, and then I'm just like look like an idiot just sitting there, and it's like, ugh.
Oh, I don't care. I'll sit anytime there's a break.
No, I sit every time it's a break, and it's like doing squats for the whole night. It's like I'm going up and down and up, and it's like, do you guys have seats or bleachers?
No, we have bleachers. Everyone has bleachers.
Yeah. All right.
What do you want, a cushion?
Hey, I know. Last
Somebody
year I
come
stayed.
wipe your ass.
This has been a recent
Rub your
development
feet?
of leaving. So I'm gonna stop. I'm vowing to stop starting
Okay.
or Thursday.
Well, let's see the schedule. When Texas A&M is beating you by 70 at halftime, then will you stay?
Yeah, no. If it's a blow, like I'm saying, if we're winning, I'll no longer leave unless we're blowing them out in the fourth quarter. Then I'll leave. That's gonna be the fair setup. But you're right.
I've missed 0 minutes of a game this year.
Nice. It's a good accomplishment.
Just saying.
Good accomplishment.
I think I watch more Maryland football than Commanders football.
Oh, I'm way more interested in these Cox than I am the Patriots right now. Because at least the Cox can maybe pull out an upset. I don't think the Patriots can.
Well, even if it's an upset, it's an NFL upset.
Yeah, it's an NFL upset, so who really cares?
It's like, all right,
but SC State's coming to town. I don't know anything. I don't know how they've been playing. Oh, they got blown out by UCF. So let's beat them by 50.
it beat B-CU
Uh-oh.
33-9. I don't know what the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats.
Oh my god. I think it's so
Miami beat this guys 70-13.
They're a historically black college, I'm pretty sure. So I think these are all HBCs or whatever. Because look at the rest. Yeah, SC State is because they're Delaware State. I'm pretty sure is Florida A&M. I know
Howard
is.
and Morgan State. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
So
they
you're racist if you win. Basically, beat Howard like 79-0, and I couldn't help but feel a little bit racist.
Just a tiny bit. It's right in there. No, I don't think that's how it works. But he is some last year, like he was the coach for this team was like, I don't know, one of the most winning coaches for this school or whatever. So I'm still not worried. Look, if there's a state behind it, I think you should win the game.
Probably.
If
it's your state.
What?
Like if it's your state.
No, yeah, that's true. But I mean, like, if it says, like, state, even Michigan's, like, sure, Michigan State's fine. But it's, like, all the other state, like...
Penn State, Ohio State.
Okay, never mind, you're right.
If Ohio State comes to town, are you going to
No, you're right. That's a good point. I forgot about Ohio State and Penn State. Those are probably a lot of other states, too. But
Florida State.
Florida State, yeah, sure.
North Carolina State.
I'm worried about them.
They're like number 10.
North Carolina State is?
They'd have their way with you, yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, NC State. Yeah, when you say North Carolina State, it sounds so much different. I don't know why.
Yeah, it does sound different.
The Wolfpack. I know about the Wolfpack. All right. All right, that was just a dumb comment by me. I'm going to retract that one. I'm going to wipe it from the books. All right. Anything else?
I don't have anything. Baseball. 10 games left.
Oh, yeah. Red Sox are eliminated. Are the
All
Orioles making it? No.
They probably have like a 1% chance to get in.
That's sad. That's what they had at the beginning of the season, too.
It's true. Yeah. So look at them.
Yeah, look at them. Right on schedule.
The playoff chances never changed.
Nope. What else? What are we looking?
Phillies are a game and a half up for the last wild card spot.
Oof, so
tend to play.
it's the sweaters.
It's a sweater.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. But they have the tiebreaker over the Brewers.
Okay.
So if they tie with the Brewers, they
Yeah.
they eliminated the play-in game, the game 163.
Yeah.
So now it's just head-to-head.
Nice.
So that's big to have in their back pocket.
That's good.
But yeah, these games are not gonna be fun.
Any other surprising, like, has it all been kind of same old Yankees, Dodgers? What about the Braves? Braves back up. Mets collapse yet?
I thought they might.
Did they not?
They still might choke the division lead though. They're up 1 game on Atlanta.
Okay.
And they play them this weekend, maybe? Yeah, they play this weekend in Atlanta.
That's exciting.
So Mets will probably choke that, which will be fun. But yeah, pretty much same old. Dodgers are the top, and Astros. The Yankees crashed and burned a little bit, but they'll still be the 2 seed in the AL.
So, Judge, he got his 60, and then didn't he go cold for 5 games?
He hasn't hit 61 yet.
Oof.
Or wait, is it?
What's the record? Because I knew.
Record 76.
Oh, okay.
So stupid.
Everyone was like, "Oh, he's breaking the record."
It's because it's the Yankees record.
Oh, that's why.
Yes. And like in all fairness, like Bonds was absolutely juiced when he set the record, but still, it's not the record.
Actually, never mind. I was gonna say, does juicing affect your ability to hit a baseball? But it affects the how far the baseball goes.
Yeah. So all right, 73, not 76.
So
But like,
so the 60 was. I mean, like, sure, he hit 60, but it's like great. I don't know.
60 would be 8th all time for a single season.
No, it's not.
He
It's not even
told
top
it.
5.
It's like people even care about that compared to Pujols, who just hit his 700th home run in his career.
Who?
For Pujols,
I don't even know who that is.
well, he's like the best right-handed hitter of this generation.
Oh, well.
So.
That's why they don't call me Baseball Brad very often.
But he was having like horrendous season, and all of a sudden in August he started hitting home runs again because he was like, I think he came into the year with I can do the math real quick, with 679. So he needed 21 home runs, and he's hit like probably 15 in the last month or two.
Wow.
Just to get to 700. So yeah, that's impressive.
Oh yeah. 700.
home
That's
runs
a big
is-
feat.
Yeah. Look up where he is. He's got to be like 4th. Yeah, 4th all time in home runs.
Wow.
That's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
So like, get Judge out of my face. I don't care.
Well, he's gonna be a Red Sox.
I don't even know
so
why.
It'll all be fine. It'll all
Well,
be
no. Did you see Did you see the sweatshirt he was wearing the other day? That said like New York or nothing.
Oh, never mind.
If he's a Met, I'm gonna kill myself. So I hope he's re-signing with the Yankees, because that's what people. At first, I was like, "Oh, so he's re-signing," and then I saw somebody on Twitter be like, "Oh, he's really gonna love playing for the Mets," and I was like, "Oh no,
No,
Please don't.
please.
no, that's my worst nightmare. He'd probably suck."
It's just a Yankees uniform that makes him good.
Yeah.
Hey, the Yankees, they always need one of those guys, so someone's got to step up. And if it's not Judge, it's gonna be. All right. I think that does it, right? We're an hour 40 in. I think that does it. Thank you all for listening, and if you stay to the end,
awesome.
thank you. Special shout out if you stayed to the end. Like, thank you so much. See everybody to Friday. This episode was so long, I thought it was a Friday pod.
Oh, which days?
Yeah, honestly. Well, thank you all for listening. See everybody Friday. Enjoy your week. Go Cox.
The Terps.